Hello, my name is Miss Sasha. I'm a teaching artist in the PACE Arts program with the Acadiana Center for the Arts and the Lafayette Parish School System in Lafayette, Louisiana. Today, we are going to talk about penguins and their habitats. What is a habitat? Does anyone have any good guesses? A habitat is the natural home or environment of a plant or animal. Our penguin's habitat that we're going to focus on today is going to be in the Antarctic. The supplies that you're going to need are a white piece of paper, glue, scissors, some crayons, including blue, purple, white, yellow, and orange, and construction paper, black, white, and orange. Now is a good time to pause your video and go collect your art supplies. When you return, all you have to do is press play. Now that we have all of our supplies, it's time to get started. The Antarctic is a very cold continent covered by ice near the South Pole region of Antarctica. That's going to be the background of our piece of artwork today. So let's go ahead and get started. The background is going to be what's behind our penguin. It's where our penguin is going to live. So we have our white paper. Go ahead and get your blue and purple crayon. You ready? We're just going to make some lines across our paper. They'll be very simple and there's no wrong answers. So here we go. Towards the bottom, using our blue, you can do a blue line. It can be slightly wavy if you like. You can go back and make it a little bit thicker. That's just by drawing an extra line, making it wide. You can do another line above that. Maybe you'll do it different. Maybe it's more wavy. Blue and purple are cool colors. That's why we're using them to design our background. That's going to be the icy Antarctic where our penguin's going to live. Okay? And maybe this time you do a zigzag line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm going to make this one thicker too. Kind of looks like mountains, doesn't it? Perfect. You can go back now and make a thin line. Maybe you'll do one under there, wavy. Maybe you'll do one slightly straight. And maybe you'll do another one that is zigzag. Perfect. Now we're going to add some circles or spots or dots that will resemble snow. Watch. These are dots. These are circles. Dots and circles. I'm not going to put any up here because I'm going to save that for my snowflakes. You got it? As little or as many as you want. I'm actually going to add a few more. Here we go. While I have my blue, I can also make my snowflakes. They're like straight lines that are crisscrossed. Watch. Down, across, across, and across, like the letter X in the middle. You can do a few of those across the top of your paper. Some of them can be big, some of them can be small, and then I'll show you how you can add a little detail to each. Crisscross, and then an X. Crisscross, and then an X. Those are my big ones. And I'll make some tiny ones as if they're far, far away in the background. See? While you're making some snowflakes, I'll give you another cool fact. Let's see. The penguins tend to live in nutrient-rich cold water with an abundant supply of food. Nutrient-rich means has a lot of options for food. the water has different types of currents in it, so it'll bring in different animals or different species, different types of fish, things that a penguin would like to eat. Okay? Perfect. Now that we have done our blue, let's go ahead and add a little bit of purple. We're basically going to do the same thing over again, only adding purple. So let's start with our straight line, or semi-straight line. Here's a little bit of purple. I can make it thick if I'd like. Now I'm going to do this slightly wavy line. Wavy. Wavy lines have no points on the top or the bottom. Like a zigzag, it's got a point at the top and a point at the bottom. So I'll go ahead and add another zigzag. I can make it thick if I'd like. Okay. And maybe I'll add a little bit more up here too. Ooh, it's starting to look cold. Okay, we can go ahead and add some spots, some dots, some circles, all resembling snow. I can even go around some of my other ones, or inside. Maybe around and inside. Right? Around, spots and dots. A little bit in, a little bit around. You could have a blizzard. You could have a light snow. It all depends on how much you add. If you see an empty space, you might want to put some in there. See, this one doesn't have as much snow. Great. Now we can add some detail to our snowflakes using the purple. This one I have circles. This one I have X's. This one might have arrows. So look, you could do dots at the end. You could do X's around the edge. Or little arrows or V's. The letter V is a good, look, V, 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 all the way around. Maybe you even want a circle in the middle. If you have another idea, go ahead and do it. It's just a snowflake. All snowflakes are completely different, so it doesn't matter how you actually get there. Okay? Great. Let's see. If you want to add any more purple wavy lines, straight lines, or zigzag, now is the time to do it. Any more snowflakes, dots, whatever you'd like. Now that our background is all completed, we can start building our emperor penguin, which is the penguin that we are going to focus on. Just a little bit more about our background as well, that there's different species of penguins that thrive in varying different climates. So whereas some penguins live more in the coldest part, most of them live in the southern hemisphere, and no penguins live in the North Pole. So those are all good things to know. There's, I believe, many different species, 17 different species, and each are slightly different, but all are penguins. So we're going to focus on our emperor penguin today, which is the tallest. The emperor penguin is the tallest penguin. He can also stay underwater for 20 minutes, and they are 47 inches tall. They huddle together for the warmth in the winter. So they don't build nests like some of the other penguins do. They huddle together for warmth. So here we go. I have a black piece of construction paper. It's not too big. It's only about the size of my hand. I'm going to put it on top of my white paper so I know how big I want my penguin to be. All right. I use tape because mine is standing up. Yours will be on the table. So you'll be just fine. I'm also going to use a white crayon to draw it. He's basically the shape of a giant oval. I want my penguin, this one's going to be bigger than this one. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to go down and all the way back up to the top. Perfect. And I have this paper right here, so I can actually make 2 triangles for his little arms, just like this guy right here. See? So I'll just start at the top of my paper and do a diagonal line down on this side and a diagonal line down on this side. It's going to make 2 triangles. You'll see when we cut it. Here we go. You can go ahead and cut your oval out. If you need help with this, you can always ask your parent or a sibling. I'm not going to glue it yet. I'm just going to place it on here. And I have my 2 triangles. 1 and 2. I'll use some tape to hold these up also. I'm going to put these arms up like this. And this one up like this. You could be doing different things, right? I'll show you some different ways. Okay, now I have my white paper. I'll go ahead and I'll just grab this blue crayon. I don't want my circle to be bigger than my body because we're doing his belly. So I'm going to put my paper over the black and just make a smaller one. I'm just going to use my blue crayon to make an oval. Once I have my oval, I can go ahead and cut it out. There. I may not want this blue line on there, so this is the side that I will put my glue on. Watch. I'll put glue on that side and put it right on top of the black oval, like that. Perfect. Everybody have their penguin's tummy? Our emperor penguin's belly? Look at these. See? We're not going to look exactly like this because we're going to be using our imagination. Okay? Great. Now that we have our tummy glued on, let's go ahead and glue his body on. Look, all you need is a little oval of glue. Take my tape off, glue it on, press it down. I haven't done my arms yet, but we can go ahead and take care of that as well. So a little bit of glue on the back. You could just put like a stripe. You could decide if you want your arms to go up or down. This one kind of goes down. This one has one up and one down. Here we go. So watch. You could put your arms like this, down. I'll put mine up this time. Here we go. Here we go. He's like, yay. Okay, perfect. You're all good? All right. Let's get our orange construction paper. And if you want to, you can draw 3 triangles. I draw mine nice and big. Look. Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Because we're going to need triangles for his nose and his 2 flippers. If you need help drawing triangles, get someone to do it for you. Or you could try it yourself. Because remember, it's okay. I'm going to get mine all cut out while you get yours all drawn and cut out. I'm going to put the glue where I want my triangles to go on my paper. And I'm not going to show the part that I drew. I'm going to put that on the back. So here's my little flipper. Here's a little flipper. And here's his little beak. Okay, how's that? Good job. While you're working on your beak and your feet, I'll give you a few more penguin facts so you can get all caught up. Penguins are birds, but they are flightless birds. That means that they do not fly, kind of like an ostrich does not fly, but it is also considered a bird because it has feathers and it has eggs and it takes care of its babies after they hatch. They have adapted their flippers for swimming. That means that they can swim with their flippers. They can also drink the seawater. So you know if you ever go to the beach and you accidentally swallow that salty water, it doesn't taste good, they can drink the seawater. And since they live in the water, that's a good thing. They'll stay good and hydrated. They also eat a range of fish and other sea life. They can catch anything that they can catch underwater, they'll eat, like squid or krill. That's kind of like a shrimp. A krill is kind of like a shrimp. They spend half of their time in the water and the other half on the land. All right? Great. Go ahead and press all your parts down. Perfect. If a little bit of glue squirts out, that's okay. Just rub it off. And then rub your hands together. Makes all that glue go away. All right, let's add a little bit of detail to our penguin. Grab your white. Grab your white. And I did 2 white circles above the little orange triangle beak. Here's 1, and here is 2. And if you notice, underneath the penguin's little flippers, there's a little bit of white, just like I drew on this one. All I did was draw a little curved line and color it in. Curved line and color it in. Since he's raising his arm, it's going to be underneath. Right here, and this one is right here. You could grab your purple when you're all done with that. You can put little dots in the middle of his eyes. You can even put 2 little nostrils on top of his beak. You can use blue or purple, whatever you have. I did use black on this one. Anything is possible. Great. You've got all your penguin's eyes on, his little flippers. So there, like I said before, there's 17 different species, and they're all slightly different. The emperor penguin is the tallest at 47 inches. The king penguin has 4 layers of feathers to keep it really, really warm. There's a penguin called a chin strap penguin. It's the most aggressive penguin, meaning it will attack more often than, say, the emperor penguin or the king penguin. The chin strap makes it look like it's wearing like a little helmet because the black goes underneath his head and then he's got black on the top. So it makes him look like he's wearing a little bitty helmet. The next penguin is the crested penguin. It has a yellow crest, which is almost like a crown. It has a red bill or beak and eyes. So that would be kind of crazy to see a penguin with red eyes. And then they have the yellow-eyed penguin. It's an endangered penguin. It's native to New Zealand, and there's under 4,000 of those penguins left around. So we got to be careful to take care of those penguins. And then our smallest penguin is called the little blue penguin, and it's only 13 inches tall. It's really, really tiny. Okay? So we did our penguin. We're going to add some color, just like this penguin has a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange. Go ahead and get your orange crayon. And up at the top here, you can almost go all the way around. It's okay if you get it on his beak. His beak is orange. See, it just kind of comes down a little bit right here. There you go. You can go all the way around if you want. Get your orange on. All right, go ahead and grab your yellow. You can add a little bit of yellow on here. You can go a little bit down the sides. It kind of comes a little bit down the sides. These guys, it goes a little bit more in the front. They even have some on the side. You can put some on the side if you want. The yellow doesn't show too much in the black. Let's try the orange. Let's see. A little bit here. It doesn't really show up, but we tried. So the black and the white on the penguin serves as kind of camouflage whenever the penguin is swimming around the water looking for some food. And the shape of the penguin helps it to swim super fast. It like speeds through the water like a little arrow. And it can go 25 miles an hour, and it can hold its breath for up to 6 minutes. When he's swimming, he's spinning, he's jumping, he's diving, and he's flying out of the water. It's way, way, way cool. Also, the torpedo shape helps it to just dive on in and go get some food. It cannot swim backwards, which I thought was a cool little fact. It cannot swim backwards. These penguins, they waddle when they walk. So they back and forth, they waddle while they walk. They're also really good parents. Look, they keep their little baby nice and warm. How cute. Their baby's kind of gray whenever it gets their little gray feathers. They end up shedding those gray feathers and turning into our black and white penguin. They do not have teeth. So when they catch their food, they can't use teeth to chew. They have a really rough tongue, and they have a hook-like beak. So that's how they're able to eat their food. Something really cute about a penguin is that they dance for joy when they see someone that they love. So when they see their mate or their baby, they may dance for joy. And our baby penguins are called chicks, just like a baby chicken. They're called chicks. I want to show you a few other little things you can add to your background if you'd like. If you have blue construction paper, you can cut a little strip of blue like this. And if you cut a few squares from your strip, you're making like some little ice cubes that you can add to your icy background. So you might want to put a few little dots of glue, kind of like I did this one right here. See, I did blue. You can do purple. You can do white. All of those colors are cool colors, so it makes your penguin's background look very, very cold. Let's see, I have a little bit of purple. They don't all have to be the same size either. If you cut a thinner strip, then your squares are going to be thinner. There we go. Here's a little bit of purple. You can have them overlap, which means a little bit on top. See? How cute is that? It's making our background look super cold. You can always add, from your recycling bin, you can add some more ice cubes by just coloring your recycling. If you don't have blue or purple, you can always color some of it blue and then cut that out. Not everybody has blue or purple construction paper, so you can color it and then cut your little cubes out. If you have tissue paper, you can add tissue paper. If you have glitter or sequins that are in the cool colored family, that makes it sparkle, makes it look really, really awesome. Well, thank you for drawing a penguin with me today. I hope you'll share your knowledge of penguins and show somebody else in your family how to make a cute little emperor penguin and his habitat of the Antarctic. So we'll be posting a new lesson every day at 10 a.m. at the Acadiana Center for the Arts YouTube channel for kindergarten, first, and second grade, each tied to an academic curriculum. You can also get these lessons on AOC as part of the United as part of the Learn United program, accessible on AOC on Cox Channel 16 or LUS Channel 4. The kindergarten lessons will air at 8 and the first and second grade lessons at 9. Some lessons will be in visual arts and some in creative movement. So be sure to come back and make art with us tomorrow. If you're interested in supporting programs like this, visit the Acadiana Center for the Arts.org, the nonprofit who manages the PACE program. Spread the word, share the videos, and keep making art.